on this computer.
There you go.
Okay, we're recording. All right, Riesel, you're up.
Hey guys. Hey, I'm Riesel Dennis, and I have been with Pampered Chef since the end of January of this year, basically February, but almost a year, yes. And I promoted to director in September of this year. I was a slacker. It took me a while to get on board with the whole director thing. Anyway, Nikki is actually my director. And so when she asked me the first time about, wanting to become a consultant, I hesitated for a long time. Nikki will tell you I ignored her for like a week when she kept asking me. Because actually I was afraid to fail, and that was the big thing. But so, of course, I went in thinking, okay, I could, get a little extra money, pay off some bills, and which is what I've been able to do with the extra money. But why I'm still around and why I want to share it with everybody is not only is the money good for me for, some extra income, I also learned that I needed to be a part of something bigger, or, part of a group. I had some life changes, and I was lonely, I guess. And so this has really helped me become part of a group, and, help people. And so that's really why I stay in that. Like I said, I've been able to pay off some bills and get ahead on some few things. And of course, with Christmas right around the corner and a small child, So yeah. So there you go.
Okay, so my name is Nikki, like Riesel said. I am a advanced director with Pampered Chef. I joined in November of 2017, so this is actually my 1-year anniversary with Pampered Chef. I promoted to director in like 60 some days. So I got fast tracked, so I got the $500 bonus. Riesel was actually part of my promotion team. She's one of my only 5 who are still around, but that's pretty exciting that I still have one of my original 5. I promoted to advanced director in September when Riesel promoted, and this month we're working on promoting to a senior director team. And that's really exciting for me. Honestly, I joined Pampered Chef. My husband is military, if you guys just saw, and he works a very strenuous schedule where he's gone for like 2 weeks of every month, and then he's home for 7 days, and then he's gone 2 weeks every month. And we have 4 children under the age of 8. And so when we moved here, we just kind of realized that me working 40 hours a week with him gone so much and the kids wasn't really an option for us. It wasn't going to work. So I wanted to find something for myself. I needed something that I could do that was challenging, that was fun, and that I enjoyed doing. And I knew Claudia from when our husbands were stationed in Korea together. And I saw her and I was like, you know what? If I want to be successful, I have to be with the most successful person. And that was Claudia to me. And so I joined and I hit the ground running, and I have had my ups and my downs along the way, but I really am so thankful for this company and everything that it has done for me. Financially, the money is amazing, but like Riesel said, this is so much more than just financial. It's the family that you become a part of and the friends that you make. I've never actually met Riesel in person, but I can tell you she's one of my best friends. Like, she messages me every single day. I make connections with people that I probably never would, and it makes for an exciting business. I stay because I do enjoy the challenge, and because, I was just talking to my husband. We're moving again this summer. I am staying with Pampered Chef so that I never have to go back to work again. I am going to make as much money as I possibly can so that I don't ever have to send my kids to daycare. If I get to be a stay-at-home mom for the rest of my life because I run 14 virtual parties a month, that's what I'm going to do. So that's my why. That's my story. And Tonight, we're going to go over a training topic of host coaching. So how many of you feel like you are amazing at host coaching? Because I'm an advanced director going for senior director, and I don't feel like I'm amazing at host coaching. So host coaching, I feel like, is something that is going to be ever changing and ever growing in your business, and it is something that will make your business better. Like, it can only make your business better. There's really no negative to doing host coaching. So we're going to go over that tonight, and I think I'm going to let Riesel start.
There you go. Hostify and mute myself. Yeah, like Nikki said, host coaching is that button, that topic that can only make your business bigger, better, and more profitable for you. We as consultants, we've been trained how to do parties. We have the training, and it's an ongoing training. So we do this every day, and so we know kind of what to expect. But these hosts go in, they have no idea. That's not what they do. And so we have to, teach them. We have to train them to be how to be successful hosts. And then, when we have those successful, happy hosts, then, it only results in more bookings, more customers. And then it essentially, all winds up where you end up with more money. Who doesn't like more money? We all do. Because nobody went into this business not, honestly, not wanting the money. That's the whole purpose of it. So if you think about this for a minute, here's a little scenario. As a new consultant, you come on and you run 5 parties a month, which is good. And, they all qualify. They all, about $225 parties, which is good. You have your host qualifies, so they get their $20 in free products. They get their host rewards. You as a consultant, you get, $45. It's not a bad way. But, with no bookings, your paycheck ends up being the $225 at the end of the month. Okay, which is good. Who doesn't like the extra $200? But if you think about it, if you do host coach and that same, if you do host coach with those same, let's say those same hosts, you could end up with a party, those 5 parties, like it's $650 a month, which that in turn, those hosts get $115 in free products. And and because the host is happy, they in turn tell their friends. I mean, it's all a lot of it's word of mouth. I mean, so you get more bookings off of it, and that's even better because, well, first of all, it's $650, and you've made $130 off of one show. So think about take that times 5, and that's an amazing. Apparently we have a problem. So anyway, so yeah, you've completely, you've tripled your paycheck and got more bookings and more shows, and that way you can keep going even further with your bigger customer base. And yeah. So, but the big question is what is host coaching? Nikki, you want to tell them?
Okay, so at the end of this call, we're gonna provide you with an audio that you're gonna go listen to on Consultants Corner. And one thing that I really love that they're gonna tell you is that host coaching is a recipe, and it's kind of like you take an organized and an enthusiastic consultant, and you mix that with an excited host, and then you add in some fun guests and a host packet, some outside orders, and you mix it all together and you have success. That's what we're all looking for, right? We're looking for those successful parties. So to break that down a little bit, let's talk about why it's important for you to be an organized and, hold on just a minute, I'm hearing somebody. Okay, an organized and enthusiastic consultant. An organized consultant is somebody that your host is going to look to for information. She's going to trust you. She's going to believe in what you are doing. And when you're enthusiastic about what you're doing, your host is going to get excited. When that host is excited, what does she do? She tells her friends, she shares, she makes big plans when she's excited, right? That excitement creates a good party because nobody wants to go to a party with sad face Sally. Nobody wants to come hang out when you're like, oh, I don't know what this is going to be like. You should just come. Nobody wants to do that. When you come out and you're like, you guys, you should come check out this virtual party that I'm having. This consultant is going to be showing us how to use some amazing products. There will even be prizes and recipes, and you don't want to miss this. Like, that sounds a lot better than somebody who's like, if you could come to my party, that would be great. Right? Like, you have to create the excitement in order to draw people in. It's attracting, right? Like, people who are exciting and fun attract people who are exciting and fun, right? Okay, makes sense. Give me some, like, I understand here or something, guys. Okay. I gotta find out where I am. I lost my place. I'm really bad at following scripts, guys, so I'm just kind of, like, winging it over here. Let me see. Okay. Excited host is vital. We want people to have fun. A host packet. I know, how many of you guys are doing virtual? 1, 2, okay, all of you. Are you sending a host packet in your virtual parties? Yes, yes. If you are not, you are setting yourself up for failure. That host packet is kind of like a lifeline for your host. That's kind of like their go-to. It provides, their information, their specials. It just tells them how to have a successful party. Now, we want to keep it short and sweet. We don't want to, pile everything into a host packet, but there should absolutely be a catalog, a host letter. Hey, Wiley. A host letter kind of breaking down how the party is going to go. The specials, and always make sure that you include the opportunity brochure and a kit credit coupon. I want you guys, what's up, Holly?
Oh, I just want to say about it. I was sending mine out for a while, but the past few parties I was kind of experimenting and decided not to send it out because mine weren't using it at all.
Okay.
Is that like, just some people use it, some not? Like, what is everyone kind of getting here?
So I always send a host packet. It cost me $2.25. So to me, I like having a catalog in my hands. Like, if I'm going to go shopping, I want to have a catalog. So
Same.
Even if I'm literally just sending a catalog, I feel like that helps my host because she can take that to work. She can take it to church. That's something that I feel like they need to have in their hands. So I buy these little things on Amazon.
Okay. Cute.
And you put your stuff in there, and as long as it weighs under like 13 ounces, it can ship first class, and it only cost me $2.25 to ship.
Okay.
I like the fun Christmas ones.
I have ones with penguins on them too. It makes me really happy. Dusty, yes. Hold on. Let me unmute. Go ahead.
Okay. I just have a quick question on the mailing price. So I've been fighting with my post office. They charge me anywhere from $6.70 to $7.25 because the lady, I'm in a small town, and she knows that it's my Pampered Chef catalog, and she said, I know you're selling something, so this isn't a magazine or it's not a comic book, so you have to be charged this.
Okay, so they really can't do that because they don't know what's inside of it. But I would recommend at the post office, there are the USPS scales. They're like $27, but if you figure that if you plug that into your computer and you go on USPS.com and you make a label yourself for a 13-ounce package and it costs you $2.25 instead of $7, it's going to save you money in the long run, right? So that's what I would recommend doing. There's one post office here within an hour. So I kind of have to deal with what I deal with. And like last time the lady tried to charge me outrageous prices. And I was like, no. So you just gotta figure out how to work it. I cannot tell you how important I think a host packet is. Because
I still pay it. I still pay it and send it out. I eat it and send it out. Yeah, because I know they need it. So, but
I absolutely think it is vitally important that you include the opportunity brochure and the kit credit coupon. So when we all know when a party qualifies at $200, they get $20 in free products. When the party qualifies at $300, they get a $25 kit credit option. And at $400, they get the $50 kit credit option. If you are not telling your host about this, you're literally not telling them about their hostess rewards. Sorry. Whew. So you have to share that with them. At $300, as soon as I see a party hit $300, I'm sending my host a message to letting her know that she is qualified and she can use that kit credit. I've had people who didn't qualify for the kit credit coupon, but they placed an order to be able to use the kit credit coupon. Like, make sure you are explaining that. Okay, so we went over the host packet, catalogs, blah, blah, blah. The host coaching letter, Trish Woods, if you guys know, in the Landy Bazaar virtual party training group, has an amazing host coaching letter that she sends out. And really, it doesn't say anything except for the fact of like what we expect the host to do, which is, invite people 5 orders before the party, 5 orders after the party, and for me, I've had hosts tell me, oh my gosh, I've never got anything like that from any other direct sales company. I always personally sign my host letters because I feel like that's a little bit, I just say, you're not just another sheet of paper to me. I really appreciate your business. So I've had hosts that tell me that they really appreciate that I took the time to do that, because I can send anybody a catalog, but it takes my time to write a host letter to each person, right? My internet connection is unstable. Can you guys all hear me? Okay, so going on. Outside orders. We all think virtual parties, right? That we don't need to collect outside orders, or that the host doesn't need to collect outside orders. Coaching your host to collect outside orders is only going to make her party better, right? Like, oh my gosh, an extra order. Nobody's going to be upset about an extra order. So I always encourage my hosts to take their catalogs to church, to work, to daycare groups, to anywhere, because you don't have to be best friends with somebody to get somebody to order from your party, right? So that's where that is. All right. Make sure that your host understands that this is a team effort. This is not me doing all the work and then reaping all the rewards. I promise it's going to be more profitable when we both work together, right? Okay, Riesel, you're up.
Righty, so just a couple other things, that we want to help build our hosts up, with some great words. Something that I know I need to do a better job of too, but ask your host whenever, you're having that conversation with them before the party. Ask them what products that they are wanting to add to their kitchen to get for their rewards, because ultimately that's what what they looking for. They could, if they're looking for a whole new set of pans, those are expensive, and so you're going to have a good party to be able to have that many rewards to help cover the cost of that, so they don't have to spend the full price money. So something like that, if you let them know, okay, if this is what you're wanting, what your wish list is, because everybody's got a bigger wish list than their wallet. That's the whole reason we host. So that gets them excited, and they can kind of think about, oh, I need to have, a $650 party. I need to have, $1,000 party to be able to get these things on my wish list. So if they know what they need to have, that just puts it in perspective for them. Okay, this is what I can get for free in turn with that. So we always want to make sure that we need to ask them what's on their wish list, so we can help them. And that is our goal, is to help them get those items for free, or, half price, or the 60% off if you're, for the host special. They do have a good host coaching resource on Pampered Chef University. It's under host coaching, and then there's course resources, and then there's hosting 101. Highly encourage you to, take a look at that or like Nikki said too, that the document in the Landy Bazaar virtual party group training. Trish has it broken down in host coaching day by day on what to send to the hosts. And all you have to do is copy and paste it into your messages to them. So.
Yeah. So how many of you are in the Landy Bazaar virtual painting training group? Okay. So fun story. In May of this year, I was like struggling. I did not think I was going to hit my $5,000 for our team. It was not good. And I had been doing everything on my own, and I thought that I had like this great system. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try what Trish is doing. So I followed the host coaching, and it all of a sudden, like, it clicked for me. Like, somebody is having success using this. Like, why do I need to reinvent the wheel? You have amazing host coaching resources at your fingertips. If you're not using them, you're not working your business to the best of your ability, right? So make sure to check those out. They're really amazing. Here's a few things that I would like you guys to think about with virtual parties. Does anybody do cooking shows as well as virtual parties? Anybody? No. Okay, so I do some cooking shows, and for me, it took me a little bit to figure out how to work host coaching from a cooking show into host coaching with a virtual party. And I still struggle with it every now and then. Sometimes we get lazy. Virtual parties are easy. You just post the stuff on Facebook and people buy. But I really promise that if you follow the host coaching tips, they will increase your sales. But here's a few things along virtual parties that I want you guys to stop doing, and a few things that I want you to start doing as far as host coaching. I want you to stop saying, if we get your party to $200, if your party qualifies. When you say if, there is that little bit of doubt that you are putting into your consultant that they might not, or into your host, that they might not get host rewards, right? When you say, if your party qualifies, you're already thinking this party might not qualify, right? So just make sure we are really saying things like, when your party reaches $1,000 in sales, you're going to get this. When your party reaches $750 in sales, you're going to get this. It's just retraining your brain. It's all it is. It's retraining how you say things, and it takes time, but it will exponentially pay off for your business. Stop thinking that this is all your job. This is absolutely your job, but your job is to make the host understand that this is a team effort. You can't do this without them, and they can't do this without you. You are there to teach them, but they have to bring all the guests and the outside orders and the party. You're just there to show them how to make it successful. So here's something that I found very helpful. I want you guys to start asking your host how they prefer to be communicated with. I know a lot of us just instantly think copy and paste onto Facebook Messenger because that's what's easy. But I found out that when we ask our host, when I book a party, the first thing I say is, oh, I'm so excited that you wanted to book a party with me. I can't wait. I have this date reserved for you. Does that still work? They say yes. And then I say, I just want to make sure that we are communicating on a really good basis. What is the best way for me to communicate with you? Facebook, phone, or text? And then they're going to tell you, oh, I prefer text messages, or oh, I prefer phone calls. And you use that method to communicate with them for the rest of their party. I have a host who never checked Facebook Messenger. Like, she didn't have the app on her phone, I guess. But she was always checking her text messages. So when I was sending her Facebook messages with host coaching tips, it did nothing because she didn't get them. So if you ask your host in the very beginning, how can I communicate most effectively with you? You're going to find out what's best for them. And what's best for them is going to be what's best for you. If you've been around Pampered Chef for any length of time, you know about the 5, 15, and 5. 5 orders before the party starts, 15 during the party, and 5 after the party. That's a recipe for a $1,000 party. And make sure you're sharing that with your host. Just let her know, in the host coaching letter that Trish provided, it talks about the 5, 15, and 5. And that's been amazing for me. It just kind of sets an expectation as to what we're going to get out of this party. So then, I guess, guys, the last thing I want to talk to you about is kind of a recruiting tip, because we're all trying to recruit, because we're all trying to promote, right? So who has all 5 team members and they're good to go? Get out of here, Dusty. How is that possible? Yay! I'm so proud of you. Good job. But even after you get your 5, Dusty, like I said, Riesel is my only one of my original 5 still left being active. And I'm only a year into my business. So one of the biggest things that you can do to keep your business successful is to always continue recruiting. Always continue recruiting. One thing that I absolutely love doing is I love finding recruits during parties. That's actually how I found Riesel. I always, during my parties, I do a game that I call 13 questions. And it's just a post, and like right now it's fall, so right now it says, let the questions fall. And it says something like, when we get to, it says, I know I've shared a lot of information over the last few days, and I'm sure that you all have some questions. So let's let the questions fall. When we get to 13 questions, I will draw a winner for a free whatever. I do a free spice of their choice. Some people do an extra 50 tickets into the grand prize drawing, something like that. And I always get pretty good interaction on those posts. And I always look for the people that I call red flag people. And those red flag people are going to be people who ask questions like, how much does it cost to start Pampered Chef? Ask questions like, how much do you have to sell to stay active? People who are interested in the business side of Pampered Chef are people who I'm going to reach out to. So when you reach out to those people that I call my red flag people, I like to just start a conversation with them. Hey, Riesel, I really loved your question about the starter kit. Would you like to chat? Or, hey, Riesel, I'd love to tell you more about the kit options. Do you have a minute? Just literally just opening the door for you to come in and have a recruiting conversation. The biggest thing, if you are doing virtual parties, we're all using Facebook Messenger, right? Most people are not going to see your messages unless you are friends. There are 2 ways to get around this. On day 2 of every party, I do a game where the people have to message me. Because even if we are not friends, if they initiate a conversation with me, they will get my messages when I send one back. So that's how I go about that. Or if you have somebody you just want to have a recruiting conversation with, send them a friend request. If they don't respond to it within a couple of days, tag them in a post and let them know that you sent them a friend request and you'd love to chat with them. It's Facebook. A lot of people really don't care about sending friend requests or accepting friend requests. And if they do, they're just going to ignore you. So what's the harm in trying to send one, right? So you are always going to, Holly, I like you. You're asking questions. Go for it.
What is the game? I'm really interested in that.
Okay, so it's
then
just,
to message you.
yeah. So the messaging game, I do a word scramble. And it's just a bunch of words. Like right now it has to do with Thanksgiving. It's a bunch of words that I've scrambled up, and I just say something like, unscramble the words. You'll get 1 point for every word you unscramble, 10 extra points if you unscramble all of them, and message me the answers to make sure that everybody gets to play.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so you're always going to have recruiting conversations that feel like a dead end, that they don't respond to you, they tell you they're not interested, something like that. So those are going to be overcoming objections, and you will have the people who say, oh, I'm too busy right now. That's okay. Can I follow up with you again in a few months? They're going to say yes, and you're going to write them down in a little notebook. I have a little notebook of all my leads. And when opportunities like the $29 kit come out, those are the people who you message. When opportunities like the half-price kit rebate come out, those are the people that you're going to message. So my follow-up conversation, I wish I had one of them. My follow-up conversation goes something like this. Hey, Madison, I know that we chatted a while back about you being interested in the Pampered Chef business. I wanted to share with you a really special opportunity that we have right now, and I would love to have you join our team. Just opening the door again to the conversation that they originally had with you. So yeah, when you have a team member who's ready to join, obviously you guys are in the director bound group. You've all had recruiting conversations. You've got people to sign on. But yeah, just when you're ready to sign them, you know what to do. Send them to your website, send them to your PWS. If you are having trouble sealing the deal with somebody, put them in a 3-way conversation with your director. I promise you, your director is not going to be upset. They're going to be so excited. They're going to want to help you. I can't tell you how many 3-way conversations I have with all the people on my team. And that's going to be the best thing for your business, is to continue recruiting always. We are a year into my Pampered Chef business, and I have like 30-some personal recruits, I think. So keep going. It will build your business. Host coaching will drastically improve your sales. There is a very good audio for you to listen to. Riesel's going to go over it. I'm going to tell you, if you don't like people with Southern accents, you're going to need to figure out how to get over it, because these 2 women are from South Carolina. My husband was like, I don't know how you're listening to that. I was like, I just got to get through it. It's flooded full of really great information. I highly encourage you guys to go watch that. It's your homework for this week, so you're going to have to listen to it. Yeah, all right, Riesel, you're up to tell them about homework.
All right, so homework for this week is, like Nikki said, there's an audio training that's found in Consultants Corner under, the training and resources, audio training, and the title is Host Coach Your Way to a Happier Business. Something that I need to go back and listen to again. It's always, it's never a one and done thing. Sometimes it's just nice to go back, after a while and be like, oh, wait a minute. And you pick up on a little more, a few more things. And then, practice finding leads in your parties and reach out to them, using the words that, from the call, start the conversation. And again, if you have problems, start your 3-way conversation with your director. They're here to help. And then, continuing, to book, parties, your 8 cooking shows or your 12, virtual parties. Everybody's got to keep booking those parties. And also just, messaging your contacts, your 30 contacts a day, to get your calendar full. And then, always, what everybody's been doing is schedule time with your director, talk to them, go over, go over the training, go over, your progress. And if you have any questions, make sure and get a hold of them. Or any of us that are, in this group as well. Anybody is here, or we're all here to help.
Yep.
So,
and Rachel and I are in charge of the group. I don't know who picked that, but apparently we're running this show for the next week. So if y'all got any questions, you can find us. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions about stuff we went over tonight? Host coaching is ever changing in the virtual world. As you guys have seen, if you've been around for more than a month, groups are changing. When Riesel and I started, we were posting in events. So, it's ever changing. And that's kind of one thing I love about this business, is that it changes and I get to change with it. So always, always, always be willing and able to change and adapt and be flexible. That's kind of the beauty of the virtual party business. But just listen to your hosts and make sure they listen to you. You're there to help them have a successful party. Any questions? Kelsey, you ready to do this? Kelsey is one of my people who's going to promote this month. It's going to be great. We got this is stressful, you guys. It's stressful. All right. Good luck to all of you. You have about 10 days left in this month to crush it out of the park. Let us know if we can help you in any way. And good luck, guys. Bye.
Bye.